Hello friends, I am Dr. Sandip Khedkar of Department of English and Research Center of Arts, Commerce and Science College, Sonai. Today we are going to talk on morphology. Morphology is a branch of linguistics in which systematic study of parts of word is done. In morphology, usually we study what is morphology, concept of morpheme, allomorphs, germ-allomorph, types of morphemes, free and bound, prefixes and suffixes, class changing morphemes, class maintaining morpheme, inflectional and derivational suffixes, word building process like borrowings. Morphology is a branch of linguistics, and as we know, linguistics is a discipline in which we make a systematic study of language. So if that study is about a part of word, then it is morphology. The term morphology comes from ancient Greek word morphologos. Morpho means form and logos means study or research. Morphology is the study of the parts that a word is made up of. It is the study of the investigation, analysis, and description of the structure of words in a given language. Morphology is the study of the patterns of word formation. It studies how the words are formed and where they originate from. It studies the methods of grouping sounds into words of definite meanings. It also studies the grammatical forms of words. Morphology is the study of the smallest grammatical units of language, of their formation into words. Morphology is the synchronic and diachronic study too. In linguistics, the parts of words are called as morphemes. Morpheme is a minimal, meaningful unit of language. A morpheme may be described as a sequence of sounds in a meaningful combination. So, morpheme is the smallest distinctive linguistic unit of meaning of words. For an example, if we take a word like unfaithful, so here this word is made up of three parts: un, faith, and full. Whereas the meaning of the word faith or the part faith is predictable. It can be found in dictionary like that. The meaning of un and full, it's very difficult to find, though it does have certain kind of meaning. Un means no, and the word full or the part full, when it is added to faith, it changes the form of that word. Faith is a noun, and when we form a word faithful, it becomes adjective. That's why there are three parts of these words. They are smallest in the sense we cannot break them into still smaller unit. For an example, you cannot break faith into still smaller unit like FAI. There is no such word as FAI, or there is no such word as TH. But we have the word faith. So faith is in that sense is the smallest, right? Smallest and distinctive. It is different from other parts, other words, other morphemes. So it is distinctive. Smallest, distinctive, and linguistic unit, because it is with the help of this unit we can count the use of words and the use of language. So it is in that sense it is unit. A morpheme may be described as a sequence of sounds in a meaningful combination. A morpheme belongs to the grammatic system. Morpheme is related to a morph. For example, the word called consists of two different morphemes. Number one, call. Number two, id, or the spelling id. Because the word call has got a significant meaning like that, the part or the morpheme ed may not have got, but when we add it to call, it changes its time, it changes its tense, and that's why ed morpheme has got certain kind of meaning. The word teach is a single morpheme. So in English, we have to take care while analyzing the words morphologically because the number of letters that the word has does not determine the number of morpheme it has. For an example, the word teach, T-E-A-C-H, has got only one morpheme. In teacher, we have two, teach and ER. Morpheme is the smallest indivisible unit of a word which carries semantic content. So this is one of the most important criterions, that it carries semantic content, which it has got certain kind of meaning, has a grammatical function. For example, the word unachievable consists of three morphemes: un, achieve, and able. Each morpheme conveys independent meaning, and we cannot break the word down further into smaller units. Number of morphemes. Now here I have given some words for our analysis. Unfaithfulness. If we try to trace the history that how this word should have come into existence. So first we can analyze the whole word, and we find that there are four units. Number one, un. Number two, faith. Number three, full. And number four, ness. So in faith, faith is a root morpheme. It is a root morpheme because we can use the morpheme faith as a separate word. I can say, I have a faith on you. Like that, we cannot say, I have un on you, I have full on you, I have ness on you, because the other three morphemes, they are bound morphemes. Bound morphemes are the morphemes that they can occur only as a part of word and not as a word itself. As in this case, you notice that we can use faith as a separate word. Like that, we cannot use other three morphemes as a separate words, since they are bound morphemes and faith is a root morpheme. Now the word faith should have come into existence, and then if we try to browse the dictionary, we find there is no such word as unfaith in English. In dictionary you will not find this word unfaith, because there is no such word. But in English we have a word like unfaithful. So this means to say that the word faithful first came into existence, and then we added prefix to it and made it unfaithful, right? And the later development it became unfaithfulness, right? So this is how we can trace the history of the origin of word, that how that word came into existence. This helps us to understand certain semantic elements. Also it helps us in interpreting certain poems, certain words. Displease. So as we notice that there are two morphemes, one is dis, the other is please. First, the word please came into existence, and then we added a prefix to it and made it displease. So most of the time, this also helps us in interpretation. We can interpret that man started thinking positively first, and then he started negatively, because most of the words, like they are formed with the prefix like dis, on, o, right? They are the later development of the words, and that's why we can say definitely that man is a very positive animal. Laptop. See, there are two words, lap and top. Uh, they are joined together, and here they are two morphemes. Like that, disagreement. So in disagreement, as you notice, that agree is the root morpheme. Dis and ment, they are bound morphemes. It is possible to study these words like that, and morphology is such a branch of linguistics that helps us in the interpretation not only of short text like poetry, but it also helps us to understand bigger forms, bigger works of literature like novel and drama. Thank you very much.